This week, we're learning more about how the city and local organizations are working to help those who are displaced after an encampment was cleared in Bangor. News Center Maine's Brianna Bush has more on how the cleanup and where those living there are going.
I wouldn't want to be out there. I wouldn't want one of my kids to be out there.
Melvin Coombs says on any given day, about 55 people utilize the daytime warming center at the well through Jericho Road Ministries.
Days like today are really important so that people know that they're loved, they're cared for.
Coombs says about 12 people living at the homeless encampment along the Penobscot River have come in during the day for a hot meal or clothing following the cleanup.
Hopefully we can be instrumental in getting them back on their feet.
Coming as the railroad company CSX, which owns part of the land the encampment sat on, sent crews for cleanup and remediation efforts. A spokesperson writing in a statement, "The safety of our employees and the surrounding community is and always will be our top priority. We appreciate the cooperation of local authorities and community partners during this work, and we reiterate that the public should always remain clear of active railroad property. Railroad rights of way are active hazardous environments, and entering railroad property without permission is illegal and can result in serious or fatal injury."
It just becomes more dangerous when, say, there's a lot of snow and an active railroad track.
Director of Bangor Public Health and Community Services, Jennifer Gunderman, says it was getting harder and harder for outreach teams and public safety officials to access that space.
There was danger to people who were residing in that space, and then there was also danger to people who were working or responding in that space.
Gunderman says before the cleanup, more than 20 people were living in the encampment.
After the crew had pretty much done most of their work, and then the city public works went in and cleaned up the city property side.
Some of the people that were living in the encampment were given housing vouchers or connected to caseworkers and utilizing shelters.
When you are ready for certain resources and services, we can help you break down barriers and access those.
In Bangor, Brianna Bush, News Center, Maine.
Director of Bangor Public Health and Community Services, Jennifer Gunderman, says caseworkers will continue to help people who were displaced from the encampment.